All right, so let me tell you a story about a beagle. So this is my beagle right here. Her name is Luna. Luna Lovegood. What is it? So she ran away yesterday. Actually, it was 2 days ago. Sorry. 2 days ago. And we also have a German Shepherd. So let me just tell you what happened because everyone was asking. I mentioned this in one of my Fortnite item shop review videos. But isn't she cute? Luna. Luna. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? She's a bunny chaser. She chases bunnies. And, you know, that's what beagles do. And if you've ever heard a beagle find a bunny, they make this horrific noise like they're dying. Okay? I'm out of breath. So let me just go feed some of my animals while I tell you this tale. So we were feeding all the animals at nighttime. Okay, so it was almost dark. And we were out here. We just let them roam because we have an invisible fence. So it's like, I don't know, it's all the way down. So they can't cross like this line. You can't see it because obviously it's invisible. If they do cross, it beeps. It'll go beep, 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 beep. And if they continue to cross, then it gives them a little shock. And that's it. And if they stay past the line, it's supposed to continually shock them until they come back, right? So we were out feeding. We were bringing the animals in. Like I said, it was, hey, pretty kitty. It was nighttime, so it was getting dark. And we just brought all the animals in. Hey, cutie patootie. Oh, you be so hungry? And we just shut the barn up. And then all of a sudden we heard a horrific bark. It was Luna, the beagle. And she, I don't know, it sounded like her bunny bark. So if she finds a bunny, like I said, she makes this, we call it the baroo. She's like, baroo, boo, boo. Like that, but it's so loud that it literally sounds like she's dying. I'll see if I did another video, maybe I can splice it in here, of when she chased a bunny. So let me put that in here right now if I can find it, and you can listen to it. We're gonna go chase some bunnies. Can you open the screen door too? Riggs, get back. Oh boy. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. You're my weather. I'm coming. Wait for me, Luna. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Oh, man. Oh, I'm out of breath. So there were 3 bunnies. You probably couldn't see with all the jerking from running, but... Yikes. Oh, I know, you'd be so mad. We got so many birds up here. Need to put some netting up there so they can't get up there and poop all over my stuff. I'm sorry, I can't get this open sometimes. Actually, I might have to pause this. Hold on. Okay, so come on, get. So we heard that noise, and we're thinking, she probably just got shocked because if she saw a bunny, she crossed the line, got shocked, and that was it. But then, so all 3 of my kids were out, and my middle child, Ellie, she came up and said, Luna's not here, Luna's not here. So we went out and we looked, and sure enough, she wasn't within the invisible fence boundaries. Okay, easy, black stallion. So instantly I ran. I mean, we ran down the road, and it goes all the way down there, and you could hear her screaming bloody murder. And that, again, that's not her getting attacked by anything, but we do have tons of coyotes out here. So that did cross my mind, but it was her noise when she's chasing something. So, you know, she's got the shock collar on, she's past the fence, she's clearly ignoring it if it is shocking her, and she's making that horrific noise all the way down the road. And I'm talking she was gone. So my wife was still out here finishing up, she was closing the barn doors. Meanwhile, my kids, you probably can't see it. We have a trampoline over here, I'll show you in just a second, and they were all jumping on it, so they didn't have any shoes on. And so I'm like, Nolan, Ellie, Jack, come on, I need help. So we sprint down the road. I'm chasing her. I'm listening to the noises. Come on, get Magic. No, get back. Hey, you turds. Hey, come on. Everybody out. Come on, go. Sorry about that. So we're chasing down the road. Nolan doesn't have any shoes on. I'm going 100 miles an hour in my muck boots. and we're listening for her cries. Unfortunately, she goes into this weeded area, and there's so many sticker bushes. I mean, sticker bushes for days. All right, I'm gonna go to the ducks. So we're in this forest-like area. It's kind of like that over there. It's just a big forest. I can't see nothing. It's getting almost pitch black at this point. And then I spot Luna, and I go next to her. I'm calling her, and I'm like, here, Luna, here, Luna, here, Luna. And all of a sudden, I see what she's chasing. And it's this huge skunk. And then the smell hits me. I mean, he's got his tail straight up like Pepe Le Pew, and he's just gassing the whole area. I mean, it was like, like that. And I was like, oh, no. And, of course, I'm yelling hysterically for my wife. I'm telling Nolan to stay back. Meanwhile, he's stuck in a prickle bush. Nolan, he's got scrapes all over him because he was running full speed right through this bush. And I'm talking, I wish I could show you. I've got some out by the poop pile. I'm talking thorns like this. And they're just jabbing into us. And I'm diving left and right. And Luna's making this horrific noise. Meanwhile, all the neighbors, we've got some farmer neighbors down here. And they're all out because they got shotguns thinking the coyotes are attacking because the dog, again, is making this horrific noise like she's dying. It's just, it's an ungodly noise if you've ever heard it. And then all of a sudden, two kids are right next to me. They're like, hey, we heard this. Is your dog getting attacked? Is she okay? And I was like, yeah, but we can't catch her. There's a giant skunk over here. He-woos, what did you do? So we're still chasing down the road. It's been like 20 minutes of nonstop chasing right now. And I mean, my son's freaking out. He's crying hysterically because once this dog is loose, there's no catching her. And it was horrific. And then, so my wife comes down the road as well, and this is Rose, by the way, and she's looking, again, it's pitch black out. We're in this horrible, horrible forest. The skunk is spraying everywhere. I can see everything. I mean, except for the dog. I can see the skunk. And then my other two kids were still here at our farm, and they were crying hysterically because they didn't know where we were. So everyone's crying, and it was just a mess. And finally, these two kids that just randomly appeared, I don't know what they were doing because, again, it's pitch black. They were like, hey, you need some help? And we said yes. And so Luna and the skunk sprint out in the open, and we're diving, you know, we're like NFL players trying to tackle her. At this point, it's like 45 minutes. We've been chasing her for 45 minutes, and I mean, I thought she was gone because there's also railroad tracks over here, and I thought for sure we weren't going to catch her and it was going to be game over because once it's pitch black, there's no catching her. It's game over. And so we can see little shadows, kind of like, I mean, Rose here is black, but imagine it being pitch black out. And so I see a little bit of light, and I jump on top, and I missed, and then Nolan tries to dive bomb, and she misses, but then Luna got caught in like this fence, and so we surrounded her like this. All five of us are out there, and we surrounded her, and I dove on her, and I picked her up like this. I said, whoop! She good, get you, I do. And I got her, and I had to carry her all the way home. She smelled to high heaven from the skunk. And meanwhile, Nolan couldn't catch his breath. He was bleeding all over the place from his feet, from his face where he went through the prickle bush. And it was a nightmare. So then I had to walk. It felt like 25 minutes home carrying this stinky dog. But we got her. So then, let me tell you what happened. So like I said, we have an invisible fence, but we were digging to put electricity to our barn. Okay? So we had this big trencher out here, and we cut through the ground, and we made sure not to cut the invisible fence, but it turns out that we tripped a breaker in the house, and the invisible fence wasn't on. When we installed the electricity here, the invisible fence, my microwave, my garage lights, everything shut off due to this tripped breaker, and the invisible fence wasn't on. So that's what happened. So she didn't get shocked. She knew she wasn't going to get shocked, and that's why she ran away. Because the fence wasn't on. So she took that opportunity to hightail it out of there. And that's what happened. The fence wasn't on. So normally she would have got shocked to high heaven, but wow, it was just a mess. So once I figured that out, I flipped the breaker back on and we were good to go. So that's the story of how my Beagle ran away. But rest assured, she made it home and she was dead the next day. I'm talking like she didn't move at all because that was, you know, almost an hour of full sprinting that she did. Hey, Rose, you want to play up here? Rose, come here. But she did make it home, and we gave her a billion trillion baths to get the smell away. Luckily, I didn't get sprayed by the skunk, but it was the biggest skunk I've ever seen. And that's the first time I've encountered the spray. I mean, it was so potent that I almost threw up because I was right there in the gas zone. And I was like, bleh, bleh, and I'm trying, I'm sweating profusely. Even my daughter was like, why are you sweating so much? And I was like, bro, I just ran for 45 minutes straight chasing this dog, and we saved her life by grabbing her. And you're asking why I'm all sweaty like that? Yeah, she was a little butthead. But we made it. Everyone's safe now, and the invisible fence is back on. So what a nightmare, but luckily everything turned out okay. And now we just get to play with little baby Rose. So everything luckily turned out great, and hopefully we don't have that nightmare again. Rose, you're just the sweetest little goo. Look at her little waddles here. You didn't like that, did you? I'm sorry. Well, there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and a like is always appreciated. I show you guys my pigs, but I can't do that with one hand. They're too feisty, aren't they? They're too feisty. You're so cute. I love you.